Alright, Dad, we're gonna do a last minute cramming session before the exam. Hope you don't mind.
Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. Today, we will focus on strength. In the wasteland, essential supplies will be scarce. When an item of value is found, keep it close and away from bullies. The stronger you are, the more you can carry. Be sure to know your limits, or you may find it challenging to escape from hazardous scenarios, no matter how strong you are. There are other situations where you may find yourself in close proximity to unfriendly neighbors. For such cases, you must learn to defend yourself using your natural strength. Use anything sharp or sturdy enough to swing. Get creative with your implement, but stay reasonable. And look for anything that can further enhance your innate vigor. The greater your strength, the greater the impact. But remember, some moments require more than muscle. Keep doing your chin-ups and push-ups because there's more strength can do for you. Swing for the fences like the pros, crafting specialized protective gear to keep, or building clever weapons to wield. Regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question, do you know what makes you special? Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. In this chapter, we focus on perception. It is the unfortunate truth that when you go above ground, you will be faced with many post-nuclear nuisances. These frightening menaces will come in all different shapes and sizes and pose an immediate threat to your survival. You must learn to deal with these dangers, but may find this challenging at first. That's why we've provided you with the Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System, so you can scan the threat and pinpoint areas of weakness. And the higher your perception, the more accurate you will be. Why, you'll put Davy Crockett to shame. There may be times when you must engage in questionable activities. Your perception can help keep you safe during these morally ambiguous moments. Practice your pilfering on youths, the elderly, or the incapacitated. As you continue to purloin your way to success, try more challenging targets and more skillful techniques for greater returns. Don't get too cocky there, sport. Always look to sharpen your 5 senses, for perception doesn't stop there. keenly assessing the unfriendly locals and terrain, of handling sensitive munitions with in building a long-distance relationship. Regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question, do you know what makes you special? Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. Our topic today is endurance. We will all be faced with many new and unfamiliar health risks, such as infection, sudden loss of limb, and above all, harmful radiation. Fortunately, your formidable endurance has turned your body into a hard-working machine that can resist the harmful effects of radiation and physical violence. Like any machine, then, your body must be well maintained to stay in tip-top shape. While average Joes will survive on old packaged standbys, your ironclad insides will allow you to seek fresh meat. Radiation poisoning may have enlarged your favorite meals. This means more healthful nutrition for you. Take caution not to bite off more than you can chew. Endurance can also provide new options for food, some of which can be an acquired taste. Gone are the days of exercising for fun. Instead, you will need to combine athletics with crucial survival activities. The greater your endurance, the further you can go. Just be certain to be mindful of others. Build your endurance, and soon you will find ways that it improves your life above ground. Of added confidence in the swimming pool, stronger, more resilient limbs to the flesh of your fellow man can provide. Regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question, do you know what makes you special? Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. And now, charisma. What is it made of? Unlike the clean, wholesome America you may recall, the wasteland will be a distrustful place, full of unsavory characters and few morals. Earning the trust of your fellow man is an often overlooked key to survival. One way to prove your trustworthiness is through fair commercial exchange. Your renowned charisma will enable more favorable bartering. Don't get greedy now. Use your charismatic nature to negotiate your way out of tense moments. Having friends is always of value. How else do I find friends, you may wonder? You may find an impromptu cocktail hour helps to ease social stress. Your charisma will help you avoid the perils of addiction, but not the immediate effects of drink. So practice moderation, or you'll find out who your real friends are the hard way. You will find that even wild animals can be charmed by your charisma. Looks like you've found a new pal. Oh, don't get carried away there, big fella. So you see, taking the charismatic approach is more than just good manners. Working with man's best friend into more loyal companions will convincing others to act on your behalf and regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question, do you know what makes you special? Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. Our next area of attention is intelligence. With all the talk of physical survival in the wasteland, you may forget that sometimes it's survival of the smartest. An empty mind is a vessel for knowledge, and intelligence is the key to unlocking opportunity and adapting to your new world above ground. Your advanced know-how will grant you access to new places and new technologies. Space age, isn't it? Intelligent survivors are also more inventive, creating technological wonders of their own. Note that the S in science stands for safety. And when the tables are turned against you, don't be afraid to set aside your refined intelligence for the raw instincts of survival. Just don't lose your head. Advanced learning in the field of intelligence can offer even more benefits in this modern age of wonder. To start navigating with technological ease, keep blood where it belongs by healing in creating more potent chemical compounds from. Regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question, do you know what makes you special? Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. Now, let's discuss the uses of agility. A nuclear blast and the subsequent fallout will have many adverse effects on life as we know it. Intensive, prolonged radiation exposure may transform those above ground into decrepit, rotting beings that have lost their ability to reason. They will likely be without common manners and quick to anger. You must learn to make the most of available firearms, but enthusiasm will only take you so far. Now let's try that again. And remember that with your impressive agility, you can act more decisively in VATS. See? It's a snap. Agility can also help you out in difficult moments. But why place yourself under undue stress? Instead, try a subtler route. Taking the quieter approach is always worth consideration. Your agility can turn a sneak attack into a complete tactical move. Keep in mind, others may have the same bright idea. Your agility will help you move through the wasteland with ease and yield other benefits, like assaulting an unsuspecting dreamer in hastily reloading your firearms, or piling on damage to additional targets regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question, do you know what makes you special? Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. Got your rabbit's foot? Good. It's time we talk about luck. The difference between whether you live or die in the post-nuclear world may depend on the flip of a coin. Luck is a mysterious sort of curiosity. See here? A well-placed shot may not always do the trick. If Lady Luck favors you, though, you'll find those critical moments a breeze. What's this? Only scrounging up duds? Time and patience may net you a suitable collection, but with luck on your side, you're bound to find some swell keepers. No, hold on to anything shiny. It may be of hidden value. Be careful not to get distracted by your newfound fortunes. Uh-oh, that wasn't the only pest. It looks like luck has helped you once again. Unfortunately, she can't save you from every situation. At least your misfortune can become someone else's fortune. Luck may be fickle, but if you can woo her to your side, the possibilities are endless. A particularly bloody mess with little chance to build a streak of destruction that cuts the magic of the unexpected. All regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question, do you know what makes you special?
You will emerge. Today's episode, Being a Better You. In life, we must each deal with the hand we are dealt, performing our assigned role to the best of our capacity. But after total atomic annihilation, you may find the hand you were dealt has been reshuffled. Yes, gone are the simple days of yesteryear. Now the common workman must also be a covert operative. The farmer, a master of the martial arts. The ice cream man, a nuclear physicist. How will you make sense of it all? simple. Turn to your official Vault-Tec training materials. With these powerful tools in hand, you'll learn to make the most of your natural abilities and better understand what makes you special. Use them to be the best you can be, or someone even better. Your survival depends on it. With your future secure, share your newfound knowledge with others for great benefit. But remember, there's power in diversity. Sometimes who we are isn't a choice at all. In fact, at a particular point in your young life, you may notice that your body has begun going through certain unfamiliar changes. No, it's not puberty, it's mutation. Thanks to our old pal radiation, your DNA has become more interesting. See here? You've now gained the unique abilities of a marsupial in exchange for a mild neurological impairment. Now you've learned how to be a better you. You are completely prepared to achieve your full potential in the role of your choosing. As a hand-picked resident of Vault 76, it is your duty to carefully review your Vault-Tec provided films yearly to fully prepare for the day when you will emerge. You will emerge. Today's episode, Let's Work with Others, the Art of Cooperation. As you venture out into this new American frontier, you may find yourself a little lonely. Chin up there, sport. Your fellow Vault 76 dwellers will have emerged as well. Brave the new world together. But don't become too attached too quickly. When making new acquaintances, practice the art of nonverbal communication to gain that interpersonal edge. Remember, cooperation is the key to success. There's no I in nuclear wasteland. Employ these proven techniques and your camaraderie will blossom. In fact, you might just make some lifelong friends. Of course, not everyone will be quite so neighborly. Beware the clever ploy. In the event of catastrophe, search for opportunity. Should you find yourself alone once more, don't fret. Replacing those old friends with new, better friends is a snap. See? You're prepared for anything. Now you know the benefits of working with others. You are completely prepared for the world above with exciting new social skills. As a hand-picked resident of Vault 76, it is your duty to carefully review your Vault-Tec provided films yearly to fully prepare for the day when you will emerge. Will emerge. Today's episode, A New American Dream. What separates man from beast? No, it's not his ability to tap dance. It is his desire to build. After thermonuclear war, man's towering industrial marvels may no longer stretch to the heavens. It then falls on you and the ingenuity of your fellows to rebuild the America we hold dear. Get started with CAMPS, the Construction and Assembly Mobile Platform. It's the workbench of tomorrow. Once established, your camp will not only provide you with much-needed shelter, but also the means to satisfy your hunger, quench your thirst, and even treat infection. The essential pillars of survival. Expand your camp by scavenging resources or mining raw materials the old-fashioned way. Then construct your home of the future. If your first home site is undesirable, use your handy camp to move it to a better location. With your home secure, you can now craft handmade ordnance at your leisure to give your altercations that personal touch. Or better yet, sell these homemade implements to your neighbors for profit. Remember, capitalism, it's the only thing keeping us from being communists. The world may have ended, but keeping up with the Joneses has not. Use those hard-earned profits to upgrade your dwelling. When your home looks important, you are important. Now you've learned how to forge the new American dream. You are completely prepared to rebuild the greatest nation in the world. As a hand-picked resident of Vault 76, it is your duty to carefully review your Vault-Tec-provided films yearly to fully prepare for the day when you will emerge. You will emerge. Today's episode, Atomics for Peace. When you emerge from the comfort and safety of your vault, the world you know will have changed. Take your friendly old neighbor, Johnny. Rather than coming over to borrow a cup of sugar, he may now be coming over for murder. Worse still, he may not be alone. In this instance, your current defensive implement will not be enough to do the job. The time has come to seek out greater means of protection. Nuclear armaments. That's right. Courtesy of your Uncle Sam, these wonders of the atomic age can be found right in your own backyard. But how does a fella like you acquire nuclear launch codes, you may ask? Begin by inquiring with the locals. Gently coax them into cooperation. Use a little elbow grease if you have to. In the likely event you don't acquire a full code on your own, do not give up. Think back to the old saying, the enemy of your enemy is your friend. Search for others who might be harboring a grudge. You'll have that nuclear launch code in no time. With the power of the atom at your fingertips, be responsible and consider your target carefully. Will your bomb land on a rival camp of degenerates? A random stranger? The local wildlife? The choice is yours. Whatever your target may be, take advantage of the resulting fallout to gather rare and valuable resources. Yet these rewards don't come without risk. Monitor your environment for anything out of the ordinary. Now you know the benefits of using Atomics for Peace. You are completely prepared to responsibly use nuclear weapons. As a hand-picked resident of Vault 76, it is your duty to carefully review your Vault-Tec-provided films yearly to fully prepare for the day when you will emerge.
The story of too much. Some things are good in small quantities, like cookies, candy, and puppies. As you may know, much of our electricity comes from nuclear energy. In small quantities, this fantastic friend keeps us safe, clean, and happy. But in large quantities, nuclear energy can be harmful. Talk to your family about the effects of nuclear energy. The more you know, the better. This story brought to you by Vault-Tec.
Our American way of life. Isn't it grand? Peace, freedom, and bacon and eggs. Seems perfect. But what if it's not? Friends, your future may not be as secure as you think. Where will you be when the atomic bombs fall? You can secure your family's future by reserving a spot in a state-of-the-art underground vault from Vault-Tec. That's right, Bob. Act now, and your family can wait out the horrors of nuclear devastation. And Doris, the vault will have all the amenities of your modern-day home, and it's attractive. And Sally, in the vault, you might meet that special someone, just as you would on the surface. And in a few short years, you and your fellow vault dwellers will repopulate our great country. And Billy, you'll have lots of swell kids to play with. Reserve your family spot in a state-of-the-art underground vault today. Sign up now and prepare for the future.
I'm a doctor.
I'm a housewife. I'm a vault warranty inspector. I don't know what I'm gonna be.
Now, finding your future is easy with the Generalized Occupational Aptitude Test. See how easy it is.
Find your new career.
Vault-Tec presents Growing Up. You're growing up. And other things are changing too. You know what that means. Pip-Boy 3000. Part of your life. With Pip-Boy, all life's answers are in sight.
Pip-Boy 3000, part of your life. Pip-Boy 3000, part of your life. With Pip-Boy, all life's answers are in sight. That's right.
Traffic is terrible and getting worse every day. Go Metro. Avoid pollution, congestion. It's the smart way. Remember, on Sundays, everyone rides free. And now, meet the Metro Protectron.
Tickets, please.
Metro's newest answer to your commuting calamity.
Tickets, please.
He's programmed for speed, efficiency, and friendliness.
Good morning. It's a great day.
See why the Metro Protectron makes your commute faster and safer.
Tickets, please.
What if there was a place with all the zip of Nuka-Cola?
Welcome to Nuka World, America's favorite vacation destination. I'm Cappy.
Oh, and I'm Bottle.
And we're here to make sure you have FUN fun during your time at the park. The mechanical issues of the past have been resolved, so now it's up to you to stay safe by following these simple rules.
Rule number 1, obey height restrictions. Bottle, you're too tall for that ride. Hey, ducking doesn't count. See what happens? Rule number 2, avoid restricted areas.
Golly, it's a nice view. Are you certain we're allowed to be here, Cappy?
Ah, don't worry, Bottle.
I would. See, Bottle? Now you're leaking. Rule number 3, remain seated until the ride is complete.
I don't feel so good, Cappy. I think I gotta get out.
Alrighty.
Silly Bottle, you got hit by a bumper car. Rule number 4, stay hydrated with Nuka-Cola.
Hey, Bottle, how's about an ice cold Nuka-Cola? It'll perk you right up.
Oh, boy.
A vacation that refreshes, a trip you won't forget.
Look out for those kids,
A
Bottle.
park with every minimum acceptable safety standard met. Quench your thirst for adventure at Nuka-Cola.
Here we are, son, our nation's capital.
There's nothing to do here. I'm bored.
Nothing to do? Why, there's not a foot of this town that isn't packed with heroes and history. It's not called the capital for nothing. Right, Tom?
That's right, Abe. In fact, every year, millions of tourists come to enjoy our beautiful nature and advanced technology. Right, George?
Ah, yes, we've seen so much over the years, and there's more to come. But one thing's for sure, we'll always be here, no matter what happens.
Wow, Dad, I guess there really is a lot to see here.
Glad you changed your mind. Let's go see what we can see.
How about you? Are you ready to see what you can see? We're waiting. Explore the nation's capital. Hey, Jimmy, are you tired of bullies pushing you around?
Boy, am I.
What if you could get rid of them forever?
Geez, mister.
You see, Jimmy, our government has bullies too.
Wow, really?
That's right. Which is why we've developed some whiz-bang new weapons, so bullies around the world never bother us again.
Huh, I think I get it.
Well, Jimmy, maybe you should just see for yourself.
Boy, thanks, mister.
Careful there, sport. The Batman Tactical Nuclear Catapult. Enlist now and demo one today.
We've got a message from the fine folks at Pulaski Preservation Services, purveyors of products there when you actually need them. Seems there's been a lot of talk these days about vault life, but not all of us have the luxury to spend so much on something that, frankly, we may not actually need. Unlike those other guys, the sensible folks at Pulaski Preservation Services have created an affordable line of personal protection products to make sure no one gets left behind. Personal protection, there when you actually need it. Remember, that's Pulaski Preservation Shelters. Simply there when you actually need them. Exact change only.